House held the first hearing of its impeachment inquiry into President Biden, an effort Republican leaders are trying to build support around. For example, here's the committee chair on the Oversight Committee, James Comer.
The House Oversight and Accountability Committee has uncovered a mountain of evidence revealing how Joe Biden abused his public office for his family's financial gain. For years, President Biden has lied to the American people about his knowledge of and participation in his family's corrupt business schemes.
All right, so there's a lot of language there. Of course, we should know President Biden has not been accused of any criminal wrongdoing, and he denies those allegations. Here's a poll, Kara. Should Congress hold impeachment hearings to start the impeachment process? 56% of the country says no. So how do Republicans convince the public that this is serious and not some sort of political hit job?
Oh, because the evidence speaks for itself. I mean, you look at the revelations from the Oversight Committee 2 days ago, where we found that $260,000 had been wired directly to Joe Biden, not Hunter Biden's address, Joe Biden's address at his Delaware home. So to me, that merits investigation. As I've said on this program before, the American people deserve answers when a wire from China, that amount of money, goes directly to Joe Biden's address. Yes, it was in the name of Hunter Biden. That is problematic.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You're talking about Hunter Biden.
In fairness, the money didn't go to the House. Hunter Biden used his dad's address as his address. It went to a bank. So it didn't actually go to Joe Biden's residence. The address that he put down on the form.
Let me see, this is the problem.
This is the problem.
A smoking
Those two things
gun.
are different.
This impeachment hearing is a solution looking for a problem. Hunter Biden may be a despicable human being, but his name isn't Joe Biden. It's not illegal to start an impeachment inquiry. Tell me the high crimes and misdemeanors, because that's the trigger for this inquiry.
Scott,
and
tell me.
Circumstantial evidence is never going to get anybody convicted.
It's a good question, but you have to ask it both ways. What were the high crimes and misdemeanors that the Democrats had when they started the impeachment inquiry into Donald Trump? Not the impeachment. Keep in mind, this is not an impeachment.
Recorded conversation.
No, they did not.
Recorded conversation.
No, they did not.
They did not. Ukrainian leader.
They did not get that until they opened the impeachment inquiry. All they had was the whistleblower report. That was it. Which
they had the
witnesses
who said this occurred on the phone.
I understand that.
That's more than enough to get started.
And
this is enough.
This is pure conjecture.
No,
Here's the deal. Listen. It's not illegal to have $200,000 wired to anyone. I mean, what is the other allegation? We want to see bank accounts, because how does he buy $1 million home being in public service most of his life?
They've got 5,000 emails with
probable cause
pseudonymous names. They've got a bunch of smoking guns. Listen, it's not evidence.
Guns.
And I am not. Excuse me. You got smoke, but not fire. How about that?
Exactly. And it's going to keep smoking until you find the fire. And 5 years, a federal prosecutor, GOP appointed, President Trump appointed, has looked at this and come up with basically nothing. Hunter Biden may be a bad guy. He's a drug addict, quite frankly, a recovering. But Joe Biden is not Hunter Biden. And don't confuse the few.
Oh, you
Every day we're talking about this.
It wouldn't have worked without Joe Biden. It wouldn't have worked without that access to then Vice President Joe Biden. We have
Hunter
our own tapes. Joe Biden on tape sitting there at the Council on Foreign Relations saying that he got a prosecutor fired.
Comer said this. Comer said that Joe Biden had allowed his family to use his name for political and financial gain.
I know where
in
you're
the
going.
U.S. Code. Tell me where that is. That Joe Biden's got an obligation to control his family and not exploit his name.
That's
He's
not
been
where
in public service for.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say all over again.
Oh, I wasn't done. Look at Trump.
Well, hold on.
That's the real criminal crime family.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.